warm good evening to all our dear viewers. My name is Jimmy Hanks as usual. Buying into the Holy Drive show. I want to appreciate you guys for watching us. Well, I've been watching a Holy Drive. You're the reason to why I usually want to come on set every Sunday to bring to the Holy Drive to different places. And I can promise you, I'm still doing my level best to push the Holy Drive, to bless someone. Holy Drive, we dig deeper into people's different life stories. We're going to take it. Abantu bano betulaba in the spotlight, on social media. Betulaba twenyumirizamu where they come from. Bavuddewa. So as Holy Drive, we dig deeper in their life stories to get all over where they come from. And as usual, I want to appreciate Hash at California Plaza and Musa at Capital Center RD15 and Damas at Parkview Level 5. I appreciate you so much. As usual tonight, I am honored to be hosting an amazing gentleman, a gospel artist, a man who has sung songs like Tana Replay, songs like Chiki Bombay, and the latest, MBEERA. MBEERA has become MBEERA. People be there, never gama MBEERA. Everything has become MBEERA. So as Holy Drive, we chose to bring this gentleman to you through this amazing show. Before I bring him on board, I want to tell you this, life is a mystery. Many things are happening in life, but you just choose to be happy because life is a mystery. You'll never be there and life is okay, but you choose to be happy. Just move on. What you've not been able to achieve, be vehicle, but aim on what is coming tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the guest I have for you tonight grew up from the streets of Kosovo. Nava Mpola Mpola, he began singing, and today we celebrate him. I'll take a small break. When I return, I'll bring the guest I have for you on the show. Don't blink. Stay tuned. If you will be back from that small break, at this point, I must say that I'm profoundly humbled to be hosting the guest that I've spoken about. I think I'm Bawa Babuzeko.
Hi everybody, my name is LEVIXONE. I love God by loving people and I serve God by serving people. I'm very, very humbled to be here with my brother. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm also humbled.
Yeah, give thanks for life.
How is the pressure for the concert?
We won. Give thanks to God. The fact that we got that day and He gave us the day and we got the venue and He gave us the venue. So we are winners now. We are expecting the hand of the Lord. On that day, we ask everybody to come in big numbers, which is next week on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, so you're all invited. Please come be part of this historical, show of the year.
I know.
In the gospel. And we welcome each and everybody in our one day. Abalema bakwingira bwerere uyine kizimba kyagano okuvaako camp for free. You have a free ticket, so you're all invited. Okwingira emitwalo 2 n'emitwalo 5. So we are ready, my brother.
Yeah, that's a fair amount. Most of us can afford it.
Amen.
So Mr. LEVIXONE, you can briefly introduce yourself for those who don't know you. Who is LEVIXONE? What are your names? What you do?
My name is Lubyogo Sam Lucas, known as LEVIXONE. Again, known as somebody who loves God by loving people and serve God by serving people. I grew up in a slum called Kosovo. That's where I grew up from, but I was born in Nakasongola. Yeah, I'm a firstborn in my family.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're born from...
And also a minister. I fellowship at Word of Life Community Church. My pastor is Deo Mwanje, but I'm blessed by many people. By Apostle Grace Luega, who happens to be also a big inspiration in my life. Panero, I want to thank God also for another family, Pastor BUJINGO. It's just too much love.
You're loved. Everyone loves you. So you grew up, you were born from Nakasongola, but raised up from Kosovo.
Yeah.
So how did you leave Nakasongola to come to Kosovo? I guess Kosovo, it's more of a ghetto, right?
Yes.
You can give us a brief.
I came with my dad. I came with my dad when I was just 3 years old. So he had come to start business here. So when he got here, life started. Like real life started, the hustle. So after some years, my family also, the whole of it comes to Kampala. So yeah, that's how I ended up in Kampala.
In Kampala. When I was trying to make some research about you, I realized that you were in Kosovo, but life was not easy.
It was
you
not.
could have been on the streets for some
Yeah.
time. Maybe you can give us that.
Yes, I left
brief
home.
history.
I left home at the age of 9 because I really felt like the love was not enough, or maybe the way I was treated, or the way they used to punish me. So I leave home. I remember there's a scenario where I went for baptism. Then I baptized myself 2 times. So me, it was a win for me. But when I got home, it was prohibited. So I was beaten. That day, the following morning, they sent me to go fetch water. So when I went to fetch water, I took long to come back home. So I find my sister on the way. She tells me, "Daddy has said today, you're gone. He's killing you." I was like, "Really?" Say, "Yes. So I'm going to advise you, if there's anywhere you can go, please go. I don't want to see you dead." So I just gave her the jerrycans and I took off. That was my now life. Like that's how my life started, on the streets of Kosovo. But being on the streets, I joined the street thinking I'm going to be the king of myself, the boss of myself.
Be independent, you know, you take
and
care
all
of
that.
yourself.
Forgetting that I had given myself to everybody to use me. Send me here, what, ante omwana w'okuwaawo ku street buli kimu buli omu oba mwana wa buli omu akutuma akusobola yenna abanga akusinga ku maanyi. So that's how my life was. I ended up doing a lot of things, getting into drugs, selling drugs, getting into sniffing, you know, at the young age. So my life really became so hard until the day I lost my brother called Godi. When every time I share this story, people think it's Mark Elvis. No. That was before Mark Elvis. Godi passed on New Year's, where we all went out to enjoy, you know, have a party, like enjoy like any other person who is going into another year. You know, but that day he was mistaken by a certain group of people, saying that he had stole from them. So he was beaten to death. So around that time, in that same time, there's a woman who recognized me when my friend's body was down. I was like, he's still with that one. So when he pointed fingers at me, everybody changed like this. When they changed to see me, I took off. That's how I ended up, you know, hiding in the trenches of Kosovo. And we were there for so many weeks. Then a man of God, Pastor Manje, who came to preach the gospel in the slums. He had some white people. They were moving around preaching the gospel. So they find us down there. In Nabisasuro, that trench is called Nabisasuro. I had even started a business there. I had a swimming pool. So people used to pay to swim in that Bajita trench. Bajita trench something. So, excuse me. So this man calls me out. They had organized something like a center day. So they're going to play football with different people. So they told me, if you score a goal, we'll give you money. And that time I wanted something to eat. So when I went in there, I played well and I was given money. I scored 2 goals. So
wow.
Yes, so one guy gets interested in me, a white man. I was like, I've been in this community, but I've not seen this boy. Who is this boy? So he was told my story. I was like, what does it take to put him back in school?
Again.
So the guy started to pay for my school fees. I called also my friend. I told him, I'm not the only one who's not in school. So other people also got sponsors, white people.
Did you have hopes of going back to school?
No, I didn't. That time I didn't. That time I didn't, and I really missed school. I really wanted to be part of school.
That was your desire.
Yeah. So joining school, it was not easy also. It was very challenging because I didn't tell them that I had where to sleep at that time. What I wanted to be in class with other kids. So, but remember, in the same area, same community, every mother, every parent never used to want me to get close to their kids. Anytime they could see me, even so you can imagine how I'm gonna be schooling with them. So it was, of course, mothers come, so my life didn't change just in a second. It took me time. I joined church. I felt at love. My biggest transformation came when I gave my life to Christ, when I joined church, you know, because at church it was too much love, and they used to serve us with porridge, like every Sunday. So every Sunday I could go to church, not even to pray, but to go eat porridge. So the more I ate porridge from Full Gospel to Grace Assembly, Word of Life Community Church, it is more I got to know Christ. So I advise even a lot of pastors of my friends to feed people.
Buy the food can bring someone to church.
Me, if it wasn't for porridge, I don't know if I would give my life to Christ.
So, Mr. LEVIXONE, how was life on the streets at the age of 9? I guess. How was life there?
I think life is like everything I've tried to explain. Life was not easy, if that can sum it all. You know, I remember even the time when I stole food from a stove. You understand? My friends told me, they were in the farm. They told me, "You go, bring it." I apologized. I told them I never. So life was not easy. You know. Like the way you hear, only the strong survive.
I know.
You know, so it was not easy. But I thank God that I survived. And not because I was strong or what, but because He knew my journey.
You could even sleep, I think, under the pool, stuff like that?
Yes. That's my real story.
Collecting rubbish around.
You know, on the streets of Kosovo, you had to wake up early because I was not the only street child on those streets.
Like a gang.
Yes, there were many people. So when you wake up late, somebody will eat your food. Because we used to go and take garbage from restaurants and they give us food.
So what is the worst moment you can never forget during that time when you're a young boy growing up on the streets?
The day I saw when they were killing body.
With my eyes. Your friend.
Yeah, my friend. That's the only day.
I'm just trying to digest, like imagining seeing my friend being killed.
Yeah, mob just was stoned. To the point where his brain came out. You get what I'm talking about?
That was so painful.
So yeah, that's something which every New Year's, when it gets New Year's, I
give back to the community.
That one I do it. Now it's every day.
Wow.
Because we give skills to women.
They forget after crossing. So
no,
it's good if you remember
it was a promise I made to God. I told Him, if I survive, I'll give back to you. Until when I understood how I was going to give back to God. Wow. The only way I could give back to God is through loving His people. You love God by loving people and serve God by saying, there's no way we're going to find God and buy Him this nice suit. But when you do it for someone else, Bible to gamba, so that's the only thing you can give back to God. Love one another. This money thing you see, the cars and all that, that is nothing.
I know.
Find someone you can make happy. That is what
key.
Means a lot.
Charity, be there for one another.
Yes. So me, that's part of my life. I have a vocational training. We work with a lot of people. We empower women to raise above poverty. We give them skills, our mothers. Then we also educate youth. Because we believe billions is equally distributed in this country, but opportunity is not. So we create as however small it is.
I know, that's
and
really
we give them opportunities and give them skills.
So how did you finally come out of this life? The day you gave your life to Christ?
The day I gave my life to Christ.
What was your turning point?
Yes.
To the turning point of your life. Wow.
So if you're there and you have never given your life to Christ, Jesus is the way, the truth, and life.
So how did you finally join music, LEVIXONE?
I joined
music. From the streets of Kosovo.
I joined music after being introduced to Word of Life Community Church, of course. But I started as a dancer. So I used to dance in church. I started a group with my brother Trinity. It's called COTL, Children of the Light. Then after, I went to, we started another one called Happy Boys. Then time came, the church got a lot of programs. So we're not given the opportunity like every Sunday they used to do. Because every time I could dance, I was bound for wanga. I get what to eat. So I was like, I need to look for any show, any concert. I go dance and people give me money and get what to eat.
All you're looking for was money, not just money, how to survive.
So there's a church, Pasanam Tevi, that those days was still at Mengo Chifudu. So walo Kuchifudu. So I went there to perform as a dancer. When I reached there, I think they had a lot of dancers. So they told me the only opportunity we can give you platform is if you're going to sing. And if you're singing, you have to sing original composition. By that time, I had never even tried singing. I didn't even think that me singing was not my even. Me, I wanted to dance.
And get money.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, singing it, yeah. I was like, okay, let me sing for you. So I just created something. I sang it for him. The guy was so excited. He was so amazed. He was like, what? You have a beautiful voice. I've given the opportunity. Go tell that woman, that girl, to put you on stage. So when I went to tell the girl told me, no, that's not how we do things. If you have sampled him, also sample me. So I sampled the girl, though I could not remember what I'd sang.
For them to wear.
Yeah, I could not remember what I'd sang for the other guy. So I was given the platform like that. When I got on stage, cut the long story short, I sang also another different song. A guy who was on the piano, I told him to play anything. He was like, no, I don't perform with somebody I've not practiced with. So he just got a floppy disk. I don't know the youth of today if they know a floppy disk. Insert in the keyboard, and he started playing music. I sang and all my pockets were full
of money. That was
People
your
gave
joy.
me money, yes. So after, when I was going off stage, now this is how I joined music. I meet a legend I respect, Christopher Abilas and Tikita. So they're going to perform. So they told me, Kido, wait for us. Me, I thought these celebrities are going to give me more money. So waiting for them, when they came, they were like, Kido, eh, Uriwakabi. I was like, hey, me, I'm expecting these guys to give me money. Remember, that's my?
Yeah, you had that at the back of your mind. You wanted money.
They told me, no, you're going to help us carry these plywoods. I was like, what are you talking about, guys? So you superstars, you don't have money, you just want me to work for you. I was like, I'm not going to do it. I was like, So to cut the long story short, I did, because I didn't want to be beaten by superstars. I left home because of Chiboko. I never know Chiboko. So I go with them, they were going to start a studio. So they started a studio. When they started a studio, I got where to sleep. All my life, I slept in studio. Most of my life, that's how I meet the man who inspired me now how to sing, Mark Elvis.
Wow.
The man who passed on in 2013. May he so rest in peace.
peace.
And on next Saturday, on 26th November, we are going to be celebrating Mark Elvis.
Wow.
We have done a very nice tribute set.
That's wonderful.
It's going to be memory. The people will never forget it. So that's the man who really inspired me to see. The man who sang, and I was like, wow.
You got motivated to sing.
Yes, so I asked him, my brother, I want to sing like you. He told me, yeah, it's not easy, but I can teach you and I can record for you if you buy for me Splash. I don't, you know Splash?
Yeah, the G's, right?
Yes, but it was yellow or red something a long time ago. So I didn't know what Splash was. So I go to my friend Trinity, who is more updated. He told me, yeah, Splash is just a drink, but you can't get it here. You can't get it in Kosovo, it is in Mengo. So we went and got him what he wanted. After some time, he recorded first music. That's how I started music. I recorded my first song when I was 13 years old.
13 years old.
Yeah, but big up to people who taught me how to sing, like Mo, who cleaned my vocals and all that. Uncle Peter, God bless you so much. Madame Anne, and also there's another man, I'm forgetting his name, but they were there for us.
Wow. So you began singing at the age of 13 years.
Yes.
So when does your breakthrough come?
In my P7 back.
Which song was that?
No Nyom.
No Nyom. Are you serious? P7?
Yes.
I'm so amazed.
I joined high school in Form 1.
Well, you said already.
Yeah, I did Leviticus.
What?
Yeah, so that's when. I think it's over like 13 years.
I'm actually surprised. Maybe you're like an old man by then. You had a very nice voice back then. Wow.
I was young.
So you began recording songs one by one. So how do you finally, what inspires you to write the songs you sing? Turn a replay. You have unique titles of the songs, the taste of the music.
Yes, my music is testimony. My music is what I see in the society. I can relate it and I glorify God for His great work done. My music is like I want to show the world that gospel music is full of life, not what people have in their mind. Not this mindset, gospel music is boring, gospel music is for the poor. So all that drives me so much. And I want to give the glory back to God because I've got a lot of testimonies.
Yeah.
Like when my music plays in bars where I've known to go, like to be in bars or something, because that's not my life.
Exactly.
But I pray to God my music to play in bars. Call me sometimes and be, hey, man, every time your song plays in a bar, I remember there's Sunday tomorrow.
Wow.
You get, I remember that I have to go to church. Every time your song plays, I ask myself, when did I last go to church? You get? So me, I'm happy. If God has made me someone who is going to remind people about Him, I'm ready to be used.
Actually, LEVIXONE, last week I had Pastor Bugem a few weeks back. He was telling me how his song Omoyo, he goes to people sing it in the boat, they're holding bottles. Omoyo. So the same question I'll ask you, I think a similar question. How have you been able to sing music that has been able to hit in church, beyond church, it goes in bars, people love your music all over the world?
It is good. It is good.
What's the secret behind that? Like stop in
the
church.
secret is Jesus.
Jesus.
Letting Him work in your life. There's nothing He does, and the Bible says that He knew us before we were formed. You can't know something and you don't plan it. That is His plan. What I need to do is to allow Him work.
I know.
To pray and believe. That is what I have to. Nothing much. There is no any magic, no what. Don't be deceived. When your time comes, nobody can fling with it. It's your time. God has never created a failure in His image.
Definitely.
We're all created to win because He won. Understand?
So when you look at yourself today, where God has brought you, not jukelingo lady Kosovo Street, what comes through your mind?
Serve Him more.
Serve Him more. That's so beautiful. Do you have any regret in life?
No.
You don't have any?
I don't know.
You're contented with who you are. Well, that's amazing. Whom do you attribute your success to? I'm trying to cut short my questions. At whom do you attribute your success to? Attribute your success to?
Whom do I
attribute your success to?
Like who do I
attribute your success to? Go gamba. The news of gamba might attribute my success to my God, Wendy, maybe my friend, maybe.
Like I'll be frank with you, like I said it. If it wasn't for God, I don't know where I'll be. So I just give the glory back to Him. It is Him alone, nobody else.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. So Mr. LEVIXONE, I'm going to ask you a few questions that I beat off from the music, but they're also relevant because when you're on media, we get a lot of words from people all over. So we are immediate source of information people can have. I started moving around, and maybe before you go to that, what's your connection? I see you're so close to certain clique of people. I've seen you with Pastor Bugembe, Pastor Bujingo. How do people blend? You're so intact, you're so close. The relationship is so tight.
Pastor Bujingo is so real. He's loving. Pastor Bujingo is a great man of God. He loves God, and that love He gives it to people. He has supported me, He has given me advice for free.
Wow.
He has stood with me in my ministry. He calls me, He tells me, if you're still serving God, I'll stand with you.
True.
So, He's just a father. I love Him.
That's beautiful.
I love Him. He's a very nice person. He has a good heart. He's real. I love Him.
Even Reggie, I'm surprised that you connect with Reggie. Reggie's from
Reggie,
the West.
I'm his best
Many people ask, how does LEVIXONE connect with Reggie?
Reggie is also a nice guy. You know, I thank God that God has connected me to good people. And to people, you don't just talk about their goodness, but it is seen. Understand? Reggie is a very humble guy, very talented, very gifted. I met him, I think, 5 years ago, but we connected to a point that he asked me to be his best man.
Wow.
You get what I'm talking about? So I don't take that for granted. I don't take it lightly. Something huge, yes. You know, someone allowing, like asking you to be his best man, you understand? So he's a nice guy, very talented. I believe in him so much.
That's so beautiful.
And I always ask him to give his life to Christ, and he sings for Jesus.
Mr. LEVIXONE, are you married?
No, I can't say I'm married, but I'm in the process.
Married.
I can smell it. I can smell it.
Betulida bitufu. I hear a lot of, we are in the corridors, people speaking, saying you're in the pipeline, about to marry a lady called Desire Luzinda. Is it true? And that's the news outside here. We'll wait up.
Like when the truth comes, everybody will know.
Okay.
Everybody will know.
People have a lot of stories. And saying,
which is okay. Which is okay. That's the life we're living in. Everybody should be okay. Anybody.
It's a free world.
It's a free world. It's a free world, and it's okay. It's very sweet. Me, I don't have any problem with it.
Okay. As I wind up, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now?
It's not about me. Where I see the gospel taking over the whole world. You understand? Whether LEVIXONE or any Christian artist, but as the gospel, like the gospel, Ugandan gospel music. 5 years, okay, okay, Uganda we have taken over already, but the whole world, where you don't need to listen to people like Jay-Z, you want to listen to Kirk Franklin alone and LEVIXONE and maybe other artists. You understand what I'm talking about?
I do.
So it is not a personal thing. No, I can never, me myself, it has never been personal. It is for everybody, it's for the gospel. Me, that's my dream, to see the gospel taking over in the next 5 years, taking over the whole world.
Definitely. In the same line, today we are seeing gospel artists in Uganda, Bayimba. Now after some years, they are nowhere to be seen. We are not having serious breakthroughs like for the likes of, but I saw out of research, she came to Uganda, I saw Lugogo getting filled up.
No,
I dream of that day.
That's hockey.
Yeah, hockey ground, sorry. I dream of a day when we are going to have such kind of concert. Of course, we are trying to do it. We know, we appreciate you for that. But what can we do to sustain our music, to push Ugandan music beyond Africa?
No, but it is working. It is working. What I'm saying, Bugembe recently had a successful show. You know, it is working. Many artists are doing shows. However much they're in church or something. Chiva kungeri omuntu jayagala mu chincho. And bakola concerts in church and they sell out. You know, we have seen people preaching the gospel, the Apostle Grace. KOLOLO zijula, Pastor BUJINGO, KOLOLO zijula.
Even at Chambogo, he did it.
You get what I'm talking about? So that really should show you. The only problem we have as us, we don't believe in ourselves. Even when something nice happens, we want to find how we can cover it. You get? But we have to be grateful that artists today, we have like 1 million of musicians who are doing gospel music. They never used to be there. People used to run away from the gospel, but people are now giving their life to Christ, to serve Him, you understand? They are crossing over from the mainstream to the gospel. So, Nzenganze, me, I'm grateful, and I'm thankful to every Christian artist who is trying, who is pushing. And I want to encourage them that they are doing their best. I want to appreciate them for the great work done. What we need to do as gospel people, as Christians, is to support our own people. You understand? We don't have any problem. You can support Ada. That's beautiful because she also has a great ministry. You know, she's a great minister. But also support when you hear that a gospel artist is having a concert. Go.
That's the kind of team we want. That kind of unit we want to have as a body of Christ.
That's how it should be.
So how can we achieve that?
It will happen.
It will happen.
We are praying.
I want to see the whole ministry grow.
We are praying, and maybe people like you, God has given the platform. You have a platform more than us, because maybe every week you're on TV. People can see you. It starts with us. We are the change you want to see. Let's preach it. Let's our pastors tell these followers to go and support the gospel, because pastors preach the gospel and we sing the gospel. When they preach and we sing what they are singing, what they are preaching, when they preach and we sing what they are preaching, it makes a lot of sense. Music moves faster than a word. Music today can release a song and it plays in Colombia.
Definitely, yeah,
but it might take, not in a bad way, it may take a pastor months to reach there. But when we join hands and we work together, even pastors should now start calling artists to sing their sermons.
True.
because they are good teachers. They are teaching wisdom. They are teaching a lot of sense, whereby there are some people who are missing it because of their what? Kubanga omukono gumde kuswagula mpaka na kutoka. You get? Yes. So that's the way to go, my brother.
Yeah.
Starts with us.
True.
Before we even mention anything, what should we do? Let's do it. Because you know what is supposed to be done.
True.
Everybody knows. Let's support. Let's show love. Every artist. Because can I tell you something? If you're my neighbor and something happens to you, you run to me first.
Yeah, of course.
You get what I'm talking about? That's what the Bible says. Love your neighbors, love yourself. Because he is the one to be there for you. So even pastors, though everybody, pastors should support gospel artists. They should.
Right? That's very true. Because wind up, what are some of the things you look back, Gamba, never zamukama, took our no wenda about the katonda. Gamba, these ones I'm so grateful to God.
No, me all my life. All my life.
Your story, your life.
All my life.
That's so amazing. What I hold is LEVIXONE.
I love spending time with kids. I have a lot of kids in Kosovo. All my friends I run to and they lie to me, and so I love spending time with kids. I love football. I play football. I love playing FIFA. So I love a lot of things.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, and I love people.
Wow. MBEERA concert is coming up.
Yeah.
I want to know why MBEERA? What was the story? What was the genesis behind that MBEERA song?
The genesis is what we are covering. Today people go to school, they graduate, they get degrees, you understand?
Yeah.
They look for jobs. Then you find him doing something he didn't school, like Chiata Soma. It does not make him a failure. You get? As a neighbor, we have to uplift them. But many of us, we laugh at them. So this song was mistaken, like people didn't understand it. But me, I was trying to, me and my brother, who was the brain behind the song, Grace Morgan, who is a mentor, a legend and everything. We were trying to speak to people who are blaming people. They find doing things they're not supposed to be doing. You can imagine the story of Kamia. That situation, to me as a Christian, I'll tell him, there is no any situation is permanent. God will see it through. Just allow him to work in your life. Or extend a hand or something. Wow. You know? So that is the life we're living today. Yeah. So that's what we are doing after from all that song. We are skilling people. Instead of being a job seeker, you become a job creator. You create your own jobs. And there's a lot of brilliance in this country, like I told you. A lot. What we need is opportunities.
That's so beautiful. And what's advice to the young people? Before you answer that, how do you handle, you've sung for years and you're still a young guy, if I may say. How do you handle scandals? How do you handle that? We are young men, anyone can face these challenges. But have been able to run your race.
I ran my race in a way which has helped me. I'll be frank with you. I got to understand that this world is not fair. The only fair thing we have, or fair human being, I mean, the only fairness, is that the right English? The only fairness,
fairness. Yeah, fairness. I think it could be.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only ekintu omuntu ali fair kale Katonda. Kanchimalirize bwe. So in city fair. Oshegera wadde. Nyegwe tegera Katonda. Kubanga ali fair. People will judge you. People will misunderstand you. But even Jesus was understood.
So
if Jesus was understood, ataina goyaba, ataina goyata, ataina musanga. Wanga bamusiba ko nemisango gyata akola. Atolonze LEVIXONE o myala je koso. Oshege. So me I'm living in a life, if challenges come, I know that's my story to tell tomorrow.
MBEERA.
I know that I'll overcome because the Bible says that I'll never leave you. I'll be there for you. He knew the world he left us in.
True.
He knew. But he said, I'll always be there. So me, whatever I go through today is a story to tell tomorrow. And whenever I tell my story, whenever I testify, I give hope to many people. You can understand? So me, I don't care how the world, how someone has not understood me. Like, not care in a bad way, but it is normal. Olaba Yesu Kristo mwana gwendiga. Tebamutegere bamujaji. Kata tolunza abeereddewo emyala gyekoso. Alina n'ebibinno. Ye leeta alina gwe yatta, talina na gwe yakola musango. Neera ne bamujaji.
Ne bamutta.
Obushe ne bamutta, okitegeera kyegamba. So nsi bwekyo. Kitegeera. So nze kati, I can't have such challenges in my life. So this is one thing I should also tell the young generation there. People might not understand you. It's true. They will know. Not everybody will understand you. Because also that same person who is not understanding you is not understood somewhere.
Still.
You get what I'm talking about? So that's the life. Live a life of God. Try. Imitate God. Imitate Jesus Christ. Still. Yes.
Can you give us your last remarks?
If you're there,
concert.
Bobanga tuwanga bulambu eri Yesu Kristo yensonga laki tulina eno show. Yensonga laki tuyimba because we want you guys to know about Jesus Christ. That is the way, the truth, and life. If it wasn't for God, I don't know where I would be. Allow me to take this opportunity to invite you all. We come, we celebrate life, celebrate Christ together. Next Saturday, next week, that Saturday, we're going to be having MBEERA the Genesis concert. Please keep time. Performances will start at 4 at KOLOLO AIRSTRIP. If you have anybody who is disabled, please bring them. They have a free ticket. If they are sick, bring them. We believe they are not going to go back the same way they came. We believe in healing, and we believe God is going to move them. I invite you all. Please come. Please come. We celebrate life. We have artists from the 80s. Wow. Limitex. We have Bettina Maganda. Everything is going to be there. So just keep time. It's going to be massive. I also have my favorite artists, my friends from different countries, from Congo, Burundi, Malawi, many artists. It's going to be a night remember. Please keep time. Let's all be there. We have men of God who are going to be praying for you guys. And guess what? Here I can say, even the woman of God, she allowed to come. Wow. She just gave us her drop recently. So Desires will also be performing. Many people have been asking. So she's going to be ministering. Please keep time. Let's enjoy life together.
Then we call it a day.
Yeah, bachali bange mwenna abanda bako kuve Kosovo mbatumidde nnyo mbagala nnyo. God bless you so much. Bachali bange abavuga boda abo mu kikubo mwenna nga kwe muli Mukama bampere omukisa bampere n'emitima gyamwe kyegiyanira.
All right, thank you very much, LEVIXONE.
Amen. Thank you
for this.
Amen.
For this honor of hosting you on this show.
I'm humbled.
Mukama for this moment, and we believe come next Saturday it's going to be massive at KOLOLO. Banaye muje muwagire LEVIXONE. Let's support our own.
Muje tuswaze stand.
Yeah.
Bawanga stand na kyali akola jango muswaze kuolo.
Exactly. Let's come and support our own.
Jango mulope wa Yesu.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to appreciate my producer Mother. Thanks for the work that you do. When I better to say to make this show colorful, I love you so much. Of course, Harsh Suits at California Plaza Nyamba zokuja ku set names our capital center mbagala nnyo gasera video Damas at Parkview level 5 mbagala nnyo. We meet next Saturday at KOLOLO AIRSTRIP for LEVIXONE's concert in MBEERA.
26th November.
I love you all. Akumei hata kumira mpera.